These are the ingredients that make up love. Each is essential for a man and a woman to successfully become one flesh. Patience and kindness are traits that we consider quite common. They must indeed be common in a marriage relationship for it to be successful. It is too easy to hurt the ones that love us the most, almost as if we're testing the trueness of their love. But this must not be. Kindness and consideration must be demonstrated daily, especially in the little aspects of life. These are essential pieces of armor that must be donned daily before defeating the dragons of discord, which threaten the very fiber of a one flesh. And whenever two individuals embark on the quest of oneness, they must be patient with each other. The dragons called envy, boasting, and pride have no place in a one flesh relationship, because all of these traits focus on the individual. When they are present, the quest is halted, and so these dragons must be dealt with, not in a rude or selfish or angry manner. These only cause further damage to the relationship, which must then be repaired before the quest can be resumed. If even one partner remains focused on self, then there will be loneliness and incompletion for both in the relationship. It was for this very reason that in the garden the High King of Heaven deemed the creation of man alone not good. It was this very lacking that allowed for sin to enter into the perfect world in the first place, and for paradise to be forever lost. So how can anyone truly live up to these requirements? What hope is there for a fairy tale ending? For any two people becoming one flesh? The next section tells us. You see, God has demonstrated to us through his sacrifice on the cross that an environment of unconditional love and acceptance allows for even imperfect people to change. Even the most self-centered, prideful, arrogant individuals cannot be unaffected by this godly love. That is why we are told love never fails. How? By never giving up. You see, it always protects. It always trusts. It always hopes. And it always perseveres. It will not fail because it will not allow itself to fail. It guards the precious progress that has been made, trusting and hoping that every obstacle overcome will make the relationship stronger. And it keeps no record of wrongs. Travel on this quest must be kept very light. There's no room for holding on to excess baggage. And let us not forget that love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. There is little more evil and damaging to a relationship than gossip and untruth. For progress to be made, obstacles to be overcome, and dragons to be defeated, there must be directness in dealing with problems. Running, hiding, or ignoring problems does not make them go away. Rather, it allows them to fester and to grow. Problems must be dealt with truthfully and directly. Gentle truth disarms the enemy and provides the necessary atmosphere for love to grow. Our desire for you, Jamie and Jordan, is for your love to grow, for your dragons to be defeated, and for you to experience your fairy tale ending by truly becoming one flesh. Now, Jamie, I asked Jordan to describe in his own words what he loves so much about you. And this is what he said. I love Jamie's positive attitude. She never lets anything get her down and can always see the positive in even the worst of situations. I love her ambition. She can always find a way to get the things she wants and needs. I love how supportive of me she is. She makes me feel and believe that I can do anything. I love her religious upbringing. Through her, I feel that I have become more connected to God. I love how unselfish she is. She would rather give than receive, and she makes the most out of the small things. Jordan, likewise, I asked Jamie to describe in her own words what she loves so much about you. And this is what she said. I love that Jordan is such a kind person. He has a genuinely kind and caring heart. He is selfless and never even stops to hesitate and put my needs and the needs of others before his own. He will even put the needs of his dogs before his own. One of my favorite verses comes from Philippians 2:3, which says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." This verse describes the kind of person that Jordan is. He cares about people, and dogs as well. One of the first moments I knew that I had to marry Jordan was when we were walking into Walmart. Now, I'm guessing you guys probably walked into Walmart a few times. But this particular time, as you were approaching the store, you came across an elderly woman in a motorized cart trying to pack groceries into her car. Neither Jordan nor I said a word to one another. We both simply walked over to the woman, helping her unload her groceries, said goodbye, and Jordan hopped on the motorized cart and drove it into the store with this silly look on his face, trying to make me laugh. I think I saw that look a few minutes ago when we were driving the tractor. Yeah. We didn't really talk about helping the lady. That's the kind of guy Jordan is, though. He does for others without needing praise or a reward. He doesn't need affirmation for his good deeds. He does them because he wants to. I love the kindness Jordan shows to my nieces. My heart swells when I watch him playing with them and trying to make sure they are laughing and safe. He doesn't have to play with them, hold them, or make them laugh. He does it because that's the kind of person he is. Jordan is kind in the fact that he doesn't like to talk bad about others. He tends to always stick up for the underdog, and he doesn't like to join in on gossip. I love this about him. Jordan's kindness makes me want to be better. It makes my heart swell when I think of what a good man I am marrying. He's the kind of mate I want to spend the rest of my life with, and the kind of man I want to be the father of my future children. Number 2. No kidding. That was number 1. So, because it's kind of cold out here, and to save some time, I went ahead and summarized and condensed the rest of the 4 pages, okay? But Jordan, for your benefit, these are the 4 pages, beautifully written. Take some time later to read them. You'll need some tissues, okay? So, where were we? That's right, number 2. I love Jordan's funny, chill, simple personality. Jordan relaxes and calms me and cracks me up at the same time. He has a quiet humor that I absolutely love. Number 3, I love that Jordan loves me through my imperfections and appreciates the person I am as much as I appreciate him. Things that would drive most people crazy seem to bring us together. He never fails to tell me how perfect I am, even when I don't see it in myself. Number 4, I love that Jordan is a man of many talents. He is so capable, and that makes me feel secure. He is a manly man who is able to protect and provide for our family. And number 5, this reason of why I love Jordan might make my mother a little sad. But I love Jordan because he feels like my home and my safe place. With him is where I want to be. I'm drawn to him. I feel like growing up I had the greatest life, but I know being with Jordan is where my heart now calls home. And then, after the 5 things that I requested, this final thought came to me after I wrote the reasons above. Don't ever argue with this woman. Okay? You are not equipped. Right? Jordan has parts of all the 3 main men in my life. I think it's why I love and adore him so much. Jordan is a culmination of all the good I have witnessed from the godly men in my life. He is a lot like my dad because of his humor, his hard work ethic, his kindness, and his want to always take care of me and make sure I am happy. He is like my papa, David, because of his hard work ethic, his love for international tractors, that's right, the way he wants to make everyone happy, and his chill personality. Jordan is also a lot like my papa, was in his talents, his kindness, his humor, and his ability to make others smile. So Jordan, I don't know if you know all the lyrics yet to the old gray mule just ain't what she used to be. But my guess is it would be beneficial to Google that and get those lyrics come in handy later. Jamie concludes, just like all 3 of these men, Jordan is a godly man. He has a deep faith and will always make sure God is the center of our family. Jamie and Jordan, your love for each other is so obvious to all of us. Our prayer for you is that you will always focus on the things that you love so much about each other and build on those things and allow those things to draw you together, whatever life may bring. Remember that working together, you will go farther, faster than either of you can ever do as individuals. As you begin your marriage this day, Jamie and Jordan, hold it in honor by mutually submitting to the needs of each other, so that you may know the grace and the glory of a one-flesh relationship. May God, who has made an everlasting covenant with us, grant you the strength to keep your covenant for a lifetime. You may now pledge your vows to each other by repeating after me. I, Jordan Lainhart, take you, Jamie Newmeister, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are separated by death. I, Jamie Newmeister, take you, Jordan Lainhart, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until we are separated by death. Jordan and Jamie, you will now seal these vows with the giving and receiving of rings. Back in olden days, when an official letter was sent, it was first sealed with the family signet, usually a ring. This seal acted as a proof and guarantee of the validity of the contents of the letter. Likewise, these wedding rings act as a seal proving and guaranteeing your vows for each other, not just in a private way, but in a public way for all to see and know, even those who aren't present here today. As you wear these rings, whether together or apart for a moment, may they be constant reminders of these glad promises that you have just made. Promises not just to each other, but to God. By exchanging these rings, emblems of purity and true devotion, you do each the other wed, and your wedding vows are forever sealed. So Jordan, I would ask you to take Jamie's ring, place it on her finger, repeating after me. This ring I give you as a token and pledge of our faith and love, and a seal to the vows we have just spoken. Jamie, I would ask you likewise to take Jordan's ring, placing it on his finger, repeating after me. This ring I give you as a token and pledge of our faith and love, and a seal to the vows we have just spoken. Jordan and Jamie, you have come before us and before God today and have expressed your desire to be husband and wife. You have shown your love and affection towards each other by joining hands, have made promises of faith and devotion to each other, and have sealed these promises by the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, by the authority given to me by the High King of Heaven himself, an ordained preacher of his word, I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no man separate. Jordan, you may now kiss your bride. It is my great privilege to introduce to you today, for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Jordan Lainhart.
Down in South Alabama, where the Cypress trees grow, the little man named John, looking for a boss in the town, he did go. It was there he found sweet Mary and made their wedding plan. The next Sunday morning when the church bells rang, they were standing hand in hand, and the preacher said, John, do you take Mary for your wife? He said, oh yes, Lord, for the rest of my life. The preacher said, Mary, do you love this man in front of you? And she said, oh yes, Lord, forever I'll be yours. And when the sun comes up in the morning, they look into each other's eyes, and the love and the faith they see in each other, no one can deny.
I'd like to
she holds her arms over power when you
first of all, the bride and the groom, Jamie and Jordan, have asked me to express their gratitude for you sharing in this, their most special days, and also to ask me or asking to ask you to remain